guys, Abby here. Welcome to Love Abby, where we share stories and experiences that might help those who are going through a difficult time right now. And this is a safe space, wala pong judgmental dito. Everything that we say here is meant to help and not to offend. I know that many of us are going through many difficult things at magkakaiba man tayo ng mga kwento, we all share the same lessons. So sino-sino pa bang magtutulungan kundi tayo-tayo lang din? Let's make the world a better place, one story at a time. I think the year 2020 came as a shock for everyone. None of us expected to have a year like this, and none of us were prepared for a year like this. But I guess one thing that we can all agree on is that this year has taught us a lot of valuable lessons. And if anything, it brought out our strengths. You know what they say, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So I wanted to share with you a few of the lessons that I learned this year, and baka makarelate din kayo. These are just a few kasi kung lalahatin ko, baka umabot tayo ng 1 hour. Sa dami ba naman ang pinagdaanan natin ngayong taon, di ba? Napakadami nating lessons na natututunan. Di ba sabi nga nila, difficult times give the greatest lessons. At wala nang mas difficult pa sa taong to, di ba? So here are the lessons that 2020 taught me. 2020 taught us that it is possible to make something good out of bad situations. You know, life might not always be what we want, but it's all we have. So we have to make the most out of it. And this year brought out that side of us. This year was not what we imagined, and it was definitely not what we wanted. But it was what we got. No choice, diba? But because of what happened this year, we learned how to adapt, diba? Businesses have become innovative. Many of us learned a lot of survival skills, diba? Ang dami nating diskarte. Humirap man ang buhay dahil sa panahon, naging resilient naman tayo because we made the most of what we have. This year also taught us how to reconsider our priorities. Kung dati, priority natin ang work and to make a living, now it's our health, physical, emotional, and mental health. Diba? Spending time with our loved ones and making a life. You know, there are so many things that we worry about now na hindi natin naiisip dati or hindi natin pinagwawarihan dati. And I guess in some way, that is a good thing. Because now, we are more conscious of the things that we may be taking for granted before. Diba, this year taught us that marami pang mas importanteng mga bagay kesa sa mga nakasanayan na nating pagtuunan ng pansin. This year also taught us patience. You know, this year put on so much pressure on us to continue to achieve in the things that we do. Nandyan yung pressure na kahit may pandemic, kailangan mag-excel ka pa rin sa trabaho, sa school, kailangan maging successful ka pa din sa lahat ng ginagawa mo, 'di ba? But the worldwide situation definitely slowed us all down. And it's difficult to deal with pressures like that. But then again, I believe that our goal this year wasn't to achieve, but to survive. And you know, someone like me who likes seeing instant results sa mga bagay na ginagawa ko. You know, the slowdown gave me so much anxiety. Baka may mga nakaka-relate din dyan sa inyo. So I must say that patience is one of the most valuable things that I learned this year. Patience with myself, with people around me, and patience with the situation. This year also taught us how to find happiness in places we've never looked before. You know, we don't realize that oftentimes we take little things for granted. This year, you know, yung simpleng paglabas mo lang ng bahay gives us happiness. 'Di ba? Yung simpleng pagkikita nyo ng kaibigan mo na matagal mo nang hindi nakikita gives us so much happiness that we even cry about it. 'Di ba? But on normal occasions, wala lang yun. Those things are just, you know, normal things. Even being healthy and seeing your family healthy makes us happy. 'Di ba? Iba-iba man tayo ng versions of happiness. I think that we can all agree that we found happiness in many of the little and simple things this year. This year taught us that it is important to keep our dreams alive even in situations like this. Some may have seen this year as a setback, but we can always choose to see situations like this as a preparation. The times might change, but our dreams shouldn't. This year also taught us that the problems we encounter don't show our weaknesses, but they highlight our strengths. Sometimes you'll never know how strong you are until your strength gets tested. And I guess for some of us, we never really knew how strong we were until this year happened. We made it through, guys. There are just a few more days left to the year. And if you are watching this video right now, say a Thanksgiving prayer. Despite everything that went on this year, you are alive, you are breathing. You even have enough spare time to be watching this video, diba? So imagine how strong this year made all of us. And I hope that this serves as a reminder for you whenever you go through something difficult. If you got through this year, then you can get through anything. 2020 also taught us to put our peace in the right places. Many of us have felt a sense of insecurity because, we used to put our peace in things na akala natin hindi magbabago. Kasi 'di ba, masasabi natin minsan na peaceful tayo kapag okay ang trabaho natin. Peaceful tayo kapag healthy ka, healthy yung pamilya mo. Peaceful tayo kung wala tayong masyadong pinagwawarihan, okay ang pasok ng pera, 'di ba? Things like that. But this year made us realize that, those things can change in an instant. And when they change, your peace changes along with it. This year taught us to put our peace in the only thing that is ever constant, which is God. You will be peaceful no matter what circumstance you are in, kasi alam mo na hindi nawawala ang Diyos, hindi siya nagbabago. Kahit nagbago ka, siya hindi siya nagbabago. God is our greatest anchor. So put your peace in Him. This year has taught us that the greatest blessings that we have are found within us. Our lives, our strength, and our resilience. I must say these are the few of the greatest things or the greatest blessings that we have received this year. 2020 taught us that, while you appreciate the people around you, we shouldn't forget to appreciate ourselves too. Because this year hasn't been easy for all of us. Lahat tayo may pinagdadaanan. And some of us do not cope as well as other people. So if you're here and you're listening to this video, give yourself a pat on the back for braving this year. Hindi naging madali, but we survived. And lastly, this year taught us, or reminded us rather, that God is faithful. The reason why we are here right now is because He provided us with enough. What we have right now might not be the same as what we had before, but we have enough for us to be able to continue to live. God has been our rock in all of our suffering, not just this year, but every year, every day of our lives. And this year, we may not have much, but we have enough, and that is all that matters. And that's all because we have a faithful provider. And I pray that we all find hope in Him. Hope that the bad days won't last forever. This may have been a bad year, but it is simply just a stormy phase in our lives. And this is me reminding you that this storm won't last forever. Love, Abby. If you have a story that you would like to share with us, please don't be shy to send us a message in one of the platforms below. And if you like this video, please share this to those who you think might need to hear these stories. And don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. Thank you for watching!